What is up, you guys? It is Wednesday.
Yes.
It's Wednesday, which means it's horror movie review time. I have a special guest tonight. It's Kevin, my brother Kevin. I don't know if you guys have played online with us before, maybe. Here's a face. Pepsi, I'm talking to you. This is Kevin. He is going to go over his top 5, which we have talked about a number of times before doing. So, Kevin, would you like to start us out with your first movie?
Yeah. So top 5, we're coming in at number 5. From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996.
What about this movie makes it special to you?
So
exactly,
what made this special is all these videos are intro movies to the horror genre for me, and From Dusk Till Dawn specifically, I remember watching the edited version on Sci-Fi. I used to watch a lot of the Sci-Fi channel, and it blew me away. The Gecko brothers, kidnapping this family.
Oh yeah,
hitting the border of Mexico, which,
fuck yeah.
As a kid growing up, was if you go to the border of Mexico, your kidneys are going to get stolen. You'll end up in a bathtub full of ice. So the thought of vampires was very real to me. Like, yeah, you could absolutely run into some fucking vampires on the border of Mexico. So, the casting was phenomenal between, George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino. Not only that, you even had chick from what was it, Jennifer? Who was
Salma Hayek.
Well, Salma Hayek later is like the vampire queen, and then,
are you talking about
the kidnapped family? Who is Jessica, or
no,
the girl who was in Christmas Vacation? I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but
fuck.
But the whole thought of you're trapped with this family in an RV going to this burlesque bar of just debauchery. Salma Hayek, of course, looks fantastic, and just Robert Rodriguez played a lot on that. Border of Mexico being dangerous. The vampires truly looked horrifying.
Juliette Lewis.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yep.
Sorry.
And you had you had Dick Gunn, which was
Tom Savini.
Yep.
Tom Savini and Dick Gunn.
Yeah, it was off the wall, and it wasn't until you see the band transform from like this band playing to like now they're playing human parts. And
oh yeah, dude.
shifted.
Yeah, that shit's real good.
It was phenomenal. Just work. It terrified me. The vampires were so well done, and just the action, and it made you feel trapped through the whole movie. Like you're in this place with them, and are you going to get out with them alive? And it was a fantastic film. I couldn't say enough about it. Like, it was the gateway to finding out who the hell is Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez. What are these guys doing as actors, producers, directors? And it was just it was just a fantastic film. That was my intro at a young age.
Yeah, I'm 100% on board. 100% on board. Being a vampire movie, I'm not a huge fan of vampire movies. This has to be on at least my top 5 for vampire movies. Yeah. I could not agree more. How old were you when you saw this movie?
So this one I saw at the age of like 7 or 8 years old. This was not the first one I saw, but it was one that really stuck.
Kitties, though.
That was another mystical thing about it. Like, ooh, I'm watching this. This was definitely a one that I requested a Starlight Video back in the 90s. This was a pickup. My dad was always game for picking up strange movies and letting me watch them. It was totally irresponsible, but at the same time, it was amazing. So,
moving on to number 4, we're going to go with
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
All right,
and this one, can't remember the age I saw it at. I was again young, but the visuals stuck with it. Mainly the costume design and the actors. Watching Edward Scissorhands and knowing Winona Ryder. Plenty of movies that had Keanu Reeves in it, and Gary Oldman.
Oh, yeah.
His portrayal of Dracula was fantastic.
Agreed.
I think that it was a great portrayal. The thing that struck me most about this flick was the blood red armor that Dracula wore when he was at the altar, just like screaming for the loss of his wife and just impaling everybody. I think it struck very well. Anthony Hopkins, of course, playing the role of Van Helsing was
Yeah.
it was killer. I think it was just really well arranged.
Fuck, I forgot Francis Ford Coppola directed this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola, and then that the Japanese woman, I can't remember her name for the life of me, but was in charge of the direction for the costumes, and I think they were Grammy nominated for the costumes.
Oh, they were.
That
Yeah.
armor being a big one, but it really captured that classic. What is Dracula? And that is this being who can survive in the sunlight, who was an all powerful being who had control over people. Just enough. It was a lot of visual cues. Just had that it captured Dracula's personality entirely through Dracula movie. So
Okay, I'll take that. I gotta be honest with you, Kevin. I wasn't a huge fan of Keanu Reeves for the longest time because I thought he always played the same character. But looking back,
Dude,
and I mean, he did,
Dracula.
like, dude, it's Dracula. But looking back, Keanu Reeves is probably one of my favorite actors.
I saw it. He was meteoric. I'm like, this guy, he doesn't age, and then he does the same thing, and then you look back in retrospect, and you're like, he hasn't done a bad movie.
I mean, no. I don't think that he has.
Phenomenal.
And not to typecast Gary Oldman or anything, but he plays a really good bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
A really good bad guy. You might be trending here with a theme going on. You might be one of those vampire guys.
Vampire and action or
vampire and action. All right. Let's move on to number 3.
Yep.
Which is going to be Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. Now, I saw Army of Darkness before I saw any of the Evil Dead series. This was my first flick into the Sam Raimi realm. This is what? Yeah, this is what led me to think,
Me too. It was mine too.
Yeah, Sam Raimi, what is he doing? He's doing some magic on film. I want to explore more. What else was he in? And that letter led to, Xena and Hercules and just... I'm sorry. Hey, I love TV trash. That stuff was awesome to me.
Oh, man. Evil Dead.
Well,
or
course.
Drag Me to Hell. Or the first 2 Spider-Man movies.
Right.
We don't talk about the third one.
Let's talk about stop motion and where those movies really thrive. The Necronomicon, fucking ashes, chainsaw arm, and shotgun were the reasons I wanted to cut my hand off as a young kid so I could get a chainsaw arm to defeat the Army of Darkness. He was a true action character, and that's what I really love.
But he's not.
Come on,
he's not. He's not. Well, no, but he didn't even want to be. He just wanted to go back home.
And he did it. He was so
poorly. He did it poorly.
He wasn't even an anti-hero. He was just a guy
He is an anti-hero. That's the epitome of fucking Ash Williams. He's the anti-hero of all of these fucking Evil Dead movies.
Yeah, and it made for such a... He was
I'm
not
not
a good role model.
complaining
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
No, he was not by any means a role model, but still.
Absolutely not.
You think it's a joke the whole time, but then you're out of it like, wow, that was more than a joke.
This was amazing. This movie was incredible.
Yep. Fucking Boomstick. The reference of Boomstick just goes into video games,
Oh, it absolutely does. Absolutely.
The Necronomicon, it's just... And those camera perspectives, what captured. Yeah, it puts you right in the fucking middle of the action.
Pulls you into the action of the movie.
Yeah.
And Ash is such a bad hero.
Always wins in the end.
He does.
I don't know how. It's a complete dumpster fire as he's doing it, but he does it, and
he got real ugly. And it works.
Yep.
The whole movie works.
It does.
It's absurd.
Yep.
And
this was at the age of absurdity. 90s horror for me, I didn't get the 80s horror feel. I got stuck in 90s at the beginning, and you had to pick out of a lot of stuff because there's Tales from the Hood, Tales from the Crypt, and yes, phenomenal. I love the cheesy factor of what it does because, it's nostalgia for me. So Army of Darkness, that is definitely solid number 3 for me.
Word. So number 2?
Yep.
We're going to go with The Lost Boys.
Yep. So, The Lost Boys. talk about capturing the 80s in
Oh my
one
God.
film to
Yeah.
the extremes.
Jesus.
You had
Yeah.
mullets, you had post-punk undertones with Echo and the Bunnymen covering the Doors. There was a lot of Doors, Jim Morrison references in it. Of course, the comic book scene, you know, truth, justice, and the American way. Like, you Superman #1, like, coming in here being a dick. Like, it was, you know, it was funny as shit, but it was also, you know, it was cool. The vampire action was just that sound effect whenever they were flying through the air, coming in at people. the campfire scene, and just the overall absurdity of it. You wanted these kids to not get eaten by vampires. You were actually gripped, and they fucking failed horribly. And then, of course, Star, and, you know, you get into the youth and boobs. But I like this because me and my wife can watch it, and we enjoy the shit out of this movie. It brings us together.
All right.
Kiefer Sutherland, like, and the whole boardwalk. I love the boardwalk aspect, you know, of it. Santa Carla was just a great atmosphere to just make for an absurd movie. It was, I love it. It's a guilty pleasure.
But if you watch this with your wife, it's not necessarily a guilty pleasure.
You know,
so
the soundtrack is there. We play that soundtrack occasionally.
Oh my
God!
Just,
yep,
you guys are so gay. I mean, so you've got 3 vampire movies here, and you're not.
Some of them were, you know, we had some funny stuff in there. Now we come to #1, which I was 5 when I saw this movie, and it scared the ever-living shit out of me. And this is my #1 horror movie because
what happened was true.
You know, Toby was a fucking master at this.
Absolutely.
His budget that he had to work with, he had like $150,000 to make this movie.
Yeah.
The camera angles, the suspense. You actually felt like you were going to get murdered the whole time you watched this movie. Like, I thought I was going to die. The running scenes, again, it's that camera angle, seeing the suspense. And then the dinner scene scared the hell out of me. It was so...
Dinner scene was kind of rough. Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, like
I can't believe you watched this when you were 5, though.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I got started early, but I guess not.
Yeah,
this
right
scene,
here.
This scene
I could
got
still,
me.
I could
Like,
still feel the part in my back where I thought that I was going to be hung on a meat hook. Like, the meat hook scared the shit out of me. It caught terror the best you could. I mean, it's classic 70s horror. Everything from the way it's filmed, the dramatic build-ups, and just the overall terror. I think he was just, you know, it's a masterpiece. I love this movie for that.
It's your Texas Chainsaw is your number one horror movie.
#1 horror
of all time.
Of all time.
Done.
This one just, it's stuck in my brain. Like, yeah, this set the bar for horror movies in terms of stuff that was scary. And
all right, Kevin. I am so glad that you're here tonight. I am so glad that we got to do this tonight in person instead of like via video chat and everything.
Right.
Look, you guys, he's real. He's right here.
Yep.
All right, this was Kevin's top 5 horror movies. I expect you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget about Retro Access Deluxe.
Yeah.
They do really good stuff, and I work for them. And there will be a new video up tomorrow, theoretically. Kevin, thank you so much for being here.
For having me.
Human contact!
All right.
Oh,
no, we gotta wash our hands.
Ah! All right, we will see you guys next week for another horror movie review. Maybe I might have another guest star. I don't know. This was kind of random. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that Kevin was here. Woo, Kevin!
Glad to share him.
Yes. All right, that's it for us this week, and I will see you guys in the future.
Later.
Get rid of the keyboard here because I don't need it unless I fuck something up, which I probably will.